Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we're taking a look at Dido, one of the exclusive event ships for this update, one that can be acquired for the price of free. So today we're going to dive in, talk about this ship, show off a game and show off a build. If that sounds like something you want to see, make sure to hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and dive on in. And first things first, let's talk about our commander. Totally free commander here, Bruce Frazier with Gunji Makawa and Francesco Mimbelli. We are running Burn It Down XXL, Igniter, Light Fortress, Fixated, and then finally Fully Packed. You'll see why we've doubled up on the fire skills shortly. As far as the mod slots, we are running Aiming System Mod 1 and then Propulsion Mod. Now that the British light cruisers get Prop Mod, it's time to take advantage of it. Finally, let's talk about its consumables. We have Damage Control Party, nothing special there. We have the Sonar or the option to switch that to Air Defense. We're keeping Sonar, 3-kilometer torpedo acquisition, 4.2 for ship acquisition. Then we have the Smoke Generator, 20-second duration. So it's your kind of general British smoke, 40-second dispersion, and a 66-second reload time. And then finally, we get 3 main battery reload boosters, 66% boost there. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. 29,500 hit points with an armor thickness between 10 and 89 millimeters and a 4% torpedo damage reduction. Let's go take a look at the armor. It's going to be very light. 13 millimeters, pretty much all around, other than cladding right at the Citadel, and that Citadel slits just above the waterline and is really only protected at most by an 89 millimeter plate. You will not have trouble hurting the Dido. This is a ship that needs to hide. It is essentially a British Atlanta. As far as the guns go, 5 two-barreled 133 millimeter guns with a firing range of 14.3 kilometers. Reload time, 7.6 seconds in a 180 time of 18 seconds. HE shell damage is 1900 with a 13% chance to set fire. Max AP shell damage is going to be 2,550. Torpedoes, they're not great, but they are there. 2 3-barreled 533 millimeter torpedoes with a reload time of 72 seconds. Torpedo range is going to be 8 kilometers, going 61 knots. They'll do 15,867 damage and have a detectability range by sea of 1.3 kilometers. AA, pretty decent. Not the best for the tier, but respectable. Max range on that is going to be 4.5 kilometers. It's going to be strongest at 2 kilometers, but overall, it is not a AA powerhouse. Maneuverability, 35 knots, 580 meter turning circle, and a 6.5 second rudder shift time. Finally, concealment of the vessel, 9.7 kilometers. Detectability range by air, 6.1. Detectability while firing smoke, 4.6. So that's going to be the Dido. Let's go ahead and hop on into a game with her. So welcome to Little Haven, or Half Haven, if you will, and welcome to the Dido. I have to say, and I'll be honest, this match is the first game I played in Dido. I enjoyed it quite a lot. You'll see why. I think it is a pretty good ship, and it's a ship that you can get for free, which is nice. So if you're unaware, you can't purchase the Dido for real money. You have to buy it with piñatitas, the event currency, or the update currency. There are multiple ways. Basically, you can earn 14,750 piñatitas for free. They're available in the anniversary gift. There's 6,000 of them available in the campaign. There's 3,000 of them in the calendar. There's 5,000 in weekly assignments. There is a large number for the legendary tiers, 100 piñatitas per ship, and there's also piñatita, and you can also, if you want to go above and beyond and get more piñatitas, piñatita chest bundles in the store, you get 500 for each crate. But overall, you can get 14,750 for free, which is more than enough to get the Dido, and that's probably the ship I'm gonna recommend. You basically get Dido or you can get Repulse. I think Dido is probably the better pick. And I'll be honest, I was not expecting Dido to perform the best. I thought its guns were going to be too small. I thought it was going to struggle at the tier. But as you can see, as we have started off fairly strong here, we are doing pretty well for the opening couple minutes. We have a decent number of fires already. We have 20,000 damage. We have lots of shells downrange. The one thing I will note about Dido, which is probably why this one map was very beneficial for it, is if you look at those shell arcs. As you can see, they are not exactly the quickest firing or quickest time on target rounds. They have a lot of lob to them. And it benefits us that we're on the small map where the range and the lob aren't too bad. But when we were stretching our range with this ship, you can really start to feel it. So just kind of be aware there. But beyond that, Dido, very much a fun island-hugging little tier 5 cruiser. You saw we already burned one of our reload boosters. It does a decent enough job. You know, it brings down the reload down to a couple of seconds, kind of bringing it more in line with a faster firing destroyer. But you have, you know, 10 guns that can do some damage. I think we're gonna end up missing this Friedrich here as we flip over to the AP. We do, of course, have our smoke once again. Good old British smoke that comes back relatively quickly is a very nice perk of Dido. Just being able to kind of reposition whenever you need to use that smoke when you want. You know, Dido as a cruiser is going to be one that kind of hugs islands pretty often, and you can see why. You know, it's not exactly the armor powerhouse, so you need either concealment or island cover in order to be successful with the ship. Anyways, we're at 50,000 damage, and that goes our first kill. And now we can start focusing on this New Mexico who is nearby. We just need our teammate, our battleship, to kind of move out and push out. Unfortunately, we're going to get T-boned right here. You know, it is what it is. Even if we are spotted, it is relatively... we're not going to take too much damage, but we are definitely going to draw fire with being the one who is stuck broadside and on the weaker ship. You can kind of see how well the HE performs here. I'll be honest, I was surprised how well the HE was performing up against this Aoba. I was not expecting it to chunk away at Aoba the way it does as we start to land these hits. Like, we get some pretty okay damage. Like I said, was not expecting that. But we're going to continue kind of playing around B here. My goal is for us to be able to capture C, right? We want to provide support over to A, but we also want to be able to capture C. And we want to try to stay in concealment in these islands, provide us the ability to stay concealed. So, New Mexico, he stopped right in a way where we can kind of lob these shells over. And you can see we are getting decent damage out of each salvo. We pop our second reload booster, trying to get him knocked down, since we saw, I think he used his repair party, so we can attempt to get those fires, get permanent fires started, and try to fully whittle him down and you know, eliminate one more battleship out on this flank. Down he goes. Excellent. Now we can go ahead and kind of start pushing into C. We are getting spotted. Their one destroyer is sitting over on the right-hand side of A, which is going to make it relatively easy for him to keep us spotted given our position. But for right now, doesn't look like anyone's aiming at us. And as long as no one's aiming at us, we should be okay. I see that as Aoba pops up here, and we are just going to have an HE duel to see who can outdamage the other. My bet is on the ship that has more guns. The accuracy does fail us a little here, I feel like, as we get more rounds coming in from the enemy battleship over there. But Aoba has a pretty good fire going on him right now. He's not putting it out, which tells me he may just be compromised in a way where we can let this fire burn out and go ahead and take the kill there for our 3rd kill. And for us, it looks like we are now about to clear out C, and we can start getting a points advantage on our team, as we are all tied up currently in the match. But we also have this ability to do some damage over to P.E. Frederick. We're not being spotted, so we might as well take this time. Try, Dido is going to be a ship that whittles people down. That is the job of Dido. It's an HE spammer, kind of similar to like Dallas or something like that. You can see we're very effective at getting fires. We're up to 11 fires already. And that's going to be one of the ways that we deal the bulk of our damage, is getting those fires, getting the permanent fires. And Dido does a pretty good job of it. If you can't tell, I really enjoy Dido. I like British cruisers to begin with. I like having the smoke sonar combo at this tier. I like single fire torps. The AP, we didn't get to use it much in this match just because the HE is doing so well at whittling down the American battleships that are pretty much all over in this match that I haven't felt pressured to use the AP like I would on, Leander or any of the other light cruisers of the Brits. But instead, the HE is doing an excellent job at letting us kind of farm down the enemy. And the smokes, given how numerous they are excellent little farming smokes, right? We came out here, we knew we were going to get spotted by this Tennessee. We didn't want to risk taking any damage from him. We pick up the high cal, we pop our smoke. We're going to have this little smoke concealment for the next 40 seconds. Plenty of time for us to be able to deliver some fire on him. We also see that enemy destroyer is coming around the corner there, which is going to give us the opportunity to kind of push in, try to push him, try to get one of the destroyers marked off the board, as it has become a 2 cruiser, 2 battleship game versus two destroyers, 2 battleship game. So, we have to use our advantage when we can. We knew this Podvoisky would be closing relatively quickly. We're going to have the sonar. We don't have any crossfires kind of established on us right now. This Frederick is much more, it seems, worried about the battleship that is off to his nose, trying to fight that. So we can go ahead, start farming him. We're going to pop our sonar, and we're going to use the sonar to try and push in to the Podvoisky smoke. If we do get the opportunity, we will shift fire from the Podvoisky, or from the Frederick over to Podvoisky. Luckily for us, Frederick firing that HE, which, I will take. I was slightly worried that he was going to fire AP, and we were going to just get citadeled, but luckily for us, Podvoisky appears to still be somewhere around his smoke, maybe not in his smoke, but around his smoke, and we are going to be able to find him relatively quickly. There he is, and he can go ahead and start meeting our rounds. Unfortunately, we have used all of our reload boosters, and we are going to eat a torpedo right on the nose. Hey, it is what it is, but now we're up to 4 kills, and we are officially on the Kraken hunt, and there is a weak Frederick abound right here. So let's see if we can go ahead and get him knocked down. Come on. Just a couple of shots. That's all we need. Yep. Come on. Now, I'll be honest, at this point, I had totally forgotten about the other battleship that is around. He hasn't been spotted for a couple of minutes, and you're going to see me make a very dumb play coming right here, given how little health we have, when I go, oh crap, there is another battleship, and we are right there. So we step on the brakes. Thankfully, I think with us stepping on the brakes and the added prop mod, we were able to dodge that, and now it is time just to try and farm the hell out of this Nevada before our smoke dissipates, because if it goes, we are definitely going to be toast. Unfortunately, our teammate got the kill, but hey, shout out to him. He actually posted in the comment section of one of my other videos saying, hey, I just played a game with you. I was in the Graf's Bay. I was like, the motherfucker stole my kill. No, I'm just kidding. Good kill there. We're going to try get this Nevada. He's close, right? We've gotten a good chunk of damage down. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to bring that home. So it's time to go chasing after this last destroyer because we're on the Kraken hunt. God damn it. We want the Kraken in the Dido. So while we do that, I guess final thoughts on Dido here. Go get it. Like, if you have enough piñatitas, if you've been a good little boy or good little girl and jumped through all the hoops that Wargaming wants you to in order to get piñatitas, this update, reward yourself with Dido. You could also get Repulse. Go reward yourself with Dido. I really enjoy this little ship. Mind you, it's a weird little like tier 5 Atlanta. Like, it's dumb. By far is it not going to be the best ship, but I think it offers a great variety of consumables at the tier. It offers something a little different, of course. It's not the first time this hull has been in the game. It is also one of the Pan-Asian cruisers. Also has the same hull at the same tier. It's not Rama. I'm forgetting what the name on that one is. But this one feels different. I like this one more. I can't explain why. I think the smokes are better, probably. I think the HE might be better. I don't know. Whatever it is, I am enjoying Dido way more than I ever enjoyed that other little tier 5 of the same hull. So yeah, guys, that's the Dido. What do you guys think? Spoiler alert, this destroyer will run off and never be spotted again. So, here it is. But anyways, guys, what did you think? Are you going to pick up Dido? Are you going to pick up Repulse? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, guys, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.